Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We are here talking about the super new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. This will be occurring on the 29th of March of 2025. This is a big energy here, guys. This sets the stage for the next astrological year ahead. New moons, of course, culminate in a full moon about 6 months after. It is the first sign of the zodiac in Aries. This is an awesome time to set intentions, start something new, and see, look in your year ahead and say, where do I want to make some changes? Where do I see myself headed in the next year? This is especially really good new moon for starting over, for tapping into your courage, bravery for some bold changes. Breakthroughs are at hand. So if you've been feeling stuck and stagnant and you've been feeling like nothing's moving for you, hey, this can be where we do have that big turning point for you. This is a great opportunity to go after your dreams, your goals, what it is that you want out of life. All right. And some of you could even find that you get a little bit lucky. So let's talk about this. We're going to go through some of the planetary aspects that are influencing this solar eclipse, this new moon. And we're also going to do a little bit of a dive into some Neptune energy, because we got a big, massive planetary shift going on there that we've never experienced in our lifetimes here. So it is start of a parade of planets that are changing signs throughout 2025. So let's get right into it. So you'll see I've got the timestamps down below. We've got our introduction, and then I've got a couple other timestamps. And of course, we will be pulling cards for each astrological sign and saying where this is influencing your world the most. But of course, any new moon is what we make of it. So you can really use this energy to, to really make some shifts wherever is important for you. So this new moon, super new moon, close to the earth, right? More, more intense, powerful energy. New moons do tend to be quite a lot gentler than full moons. So hopefully you all survived the lunar eclipse that we had in Virgo. You're probably still feeling some of the energy, of course. This will occur, this solar eclipse will occur on the Pacific coast, March 29th at about 4 o'clock in the morning. So chances are the sun won't have risen yet. And I'm not actually sure if you'll be able to see it from North America. Anyway, it's not a total solar eclipse. So, as for viewing pleasure, it may or may not be as good as some of the others that we've had. New York East Coast, of course, just before 7 a.m. So 6:57 a.m. And if you're over in London, England, in the UK, it will be 10:57 a.m. all on the 29th of March. So just check your clocks and see what time zone you're in, and you can figure out. So whether you'll be able to see it or not is another question. So what does this mean for us, right? New moons in themselves are a great time for a new start. Now, this one has a lot of layers of new on it, right? Because we've got Aries, right? The new moon is in Aries, solar eclipse in Aries. Aries is a fire sign. It's a very fiery energy. But Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. We are also at the start of an astrological new year. First sign of zodiac, right? Brand new astrological year. So just like our calendar new year, what intentions are you going to set? What goals do you want to set, right? If you, wanted to start a new habit or something, or maybe start a new hobby or something like that, it's a great time to get started. We also have, of course, spring equinox just happened on the 20th of March, and this heralds in Aries season. So, and it is spring. So spring brings what? Seeds, growth, right? We've got the plants emerging from their slumber in the winter. We've got leaves starting to sprout on the trees. So this is a season of blossoming, of growth, of beauty, right, as well. So nourish yourself, nourish your goals and dreams, plant those seeds of intentions, right? And trust. One of a really good thing, humans are visual people, right? We're visual. We like to see things, right? And, of course, some people these days, if there's not a picture, it didn't happen, which couldn't be further from the truth. But anyway, but in general, humans are visual. So one of the things that you can do, because we do tend to get very, very impatient, okay, and very blue sometimes when our manifestations aren't happening as fast as we want them to. We also have some instant gratification these days more than in the past. So one of the things we can do to remind ourselves that manifestations take time, growth takes time, something to blossom and come to fruition takes time. Plant a seed, an actual literal seed. And maybe it's just for a plant that's going to sit on the corner of your desk. Maybe it's something that's going to grow in your garden. But when we plant a seed or a bulb, right, we're reminded of that growth cycle. So it can really give us a visual to attach onto our intentions. And it is that reminder that, yes, sometimes things do happen wonderfully and magically and suddenly overnight, but the majority of things need that growth period and need that time to blossom. And that's a perfect reminder for our new moon, because a new moon culminates in a full moon and it's a 6-month cycle. So if something doesn't happen for you a week from now, that plant that you've set up in your garden, right? Of course, that didn't blossom in a week, right? So it's just that good little visual cue to kind of bring us back down to earth. All right. So it's a good one. Anyways, so this eclipse, it is, of course, all this supercharged new energy. We are still in retrograde season. Okay, so we've got Venus retrograde right now, currently in Aries, and we've got Mercury retrograde currently in Aries. Now, these are going to change signs right around the eclipse, okay? So now whenever we have retrogrades, we are a little bit more introspective. We do reflect. We do reassess and reevaluate things. We take a step back. And that's not a bad thing, right? Because Aries does tend to be, even though Aries energy is really good at charging out of the gate, starting something new, going after what we want. Aries can sometimes be a little bit impulsive. It's like, I want this thing and I'm going to get this thing. But we can get in trouble sometimes with that, right? We can get, why did I do that? So retrograde energy does you a favor, okay? And does bring in that, kind of slows down the horse just a little bit there, right? And it's like, okay, wait, let me just do a gut check. Is this really what I want before I, charge ahead and do something that maybe I wish I'd thought about a little bit more along the way, right? So retrograde energy can really help. Okay, retrogrades do get a bad rap, right? Because we usually have Mercury retrograde, right? Happens a number of times a year. We see that more often than anything else. And we do tend to get communication and technology snafus with Mercury retrograde, right? And it's just more in our faces than anything else. But retrogrades themselves can revive something. So whenever we have retrogrades with eclipses, especially, we can get things coming back from the past. Now we can get a second chance at something that we really wanted. We can get a second chance at a relationship, right? This one we've got a Venus energy, right? So it's a little bit of love and romance in the air. We can revive a dream, a goal. We can get a second chance at that job or that promotion that we thought that had passed us by. So retrogrades can bring us something back around again that we thought was done and gone forever. So it's not always that bad. Retrogrades, of course, can bring people out of the woodwork. Okay. Sometimes they're ones that we're glad to see again, and sometimes not so much. So if that's the case for you, where it's the not so much people, then this can be a great time to recognize that you are completely healed and ready for a fresh start. So you can be cutting some cords and moving forward free and clear from some past relationship or past hurts and things. So it can be really liberating for you in a big way. So Venus is retrograde in Aries on the 27th. Venus retrogrades back into Pisces, right? Marches backwards a little bit. So that's on the 27th. You could have some luck in love. Okay, Venus, of course, our planet of love and beauty and money and abundance, attraction, all this stuff. So if you are single, this can open the doors for some love. Maybe even open the door for someone that maybe you thought had passed you by, right? Sometimes, we can be talking to someone, or maybe we see someone in our daily lives, maybe that mysterious stranger you see at the coffee shop in the morning, getting your on your way to work, right? And all of a sudden they disappear. Well, maybe they could pop right back up again. But Venus in Pisces is beautiful energy. It is love. It's creation. It's very connected with the heart. Also very spiritually connected as well, opening your heart to cleansing, to healing, to personal growth, right? Venus is the planet of fertility, right? Sprinkle some fertility on those seeds of intentions that you're going to plant. But Venus does bring in Pisces this wonderfully connected spiritual energy. You're more open, your heart space, Venus, right? You're more open to receiving these spiritual downloads. There is a big shift in our collective consciousness. So just be open and aware of that piece. Pisces energy, of course, also very linked to our dreams. So there could be something coming through with your dreams. Pay attention to those as well. But there could certainly be some love and romance and a little bit of luck in that area. Very highlighted when Venus goes back into Pisces. Mercury, of course, our other wonderful planet there, that is also retrograde in Aries. So if your communication, your emails, your text messages, if you've just been feeling kind of, oh man, I wish people would just leave me alone, you might get a little bit of a break, okay? Mercury does retrograde back into Pisces on the 29th, all right? So same day as the eclipse, and it immediately makes a conjunction to Neptune, who we'll speak about in a minute. So this has the potential for kind of a storybook romance. There is that love in the air. Now, love in the air, of course, yes, it can be about your partnerships or new people coming in, right? But love in the air is also about love of self. Love, practice self-love, forgiveness, healing. Talk to yourself a little bit differently, right, than maybe you have in the past. Do you speak to yourself with condemnation or with criticism? Or do you speak to yourself with compassion and kindness and love? Time to take a step back and just kind of think about that a little bit, right? So, you can certainly have a change in narrative on how you speak to yourself. But love of all kinds is in the air. Be love, give love, practice love, embody the energy of love. Because with love comes creativity, comes growth, comes happiness, joy, beauty, gratitude, all these wonderful, wonderful things that honestly we need so much more of, right? There's a lot of love in the world, but it doesn't make the splashy headlines. It doesn't give the clickbait. All right. So don't fall into the trap. Okay. Embody the love that is in your heart. Love yourself first. Spread that love out into the universe. And the changes you will see are absolutely extraordinary. So those are the things going on that are influencing the solar eclipse. Now we do have one more, and it is a big one. Okay. Now it's not going to happen right on the day of the eclipse. It happens the day after. We have Neptune, okay, the ruler of Pisces. Neptune has been in the sign of Pisces, very at home there, been in the sign of Pisces since 2012. So Neptune does take a long time to transit through signs. So we haven't seen Neptune make a shift since 2012. Okay. It's a very idealistic kind of energy. And now it's going into Aries. So I'm going to read something here. So first of all, it's moving into Aries as of March 30th. Now, this is temporary for 2025. It's going to retrograde back into Pisces in October and then make a permanent shift January 26, 2026. Okay, make a permanent shift over into Aries. But for the next, 6 months, okay, we're going to get a really big taste of what Neptune and Aries entails for us. Now, of course, we haven't experienced this energy in our lifetimes. Okay, we can read about some things in history books. All right, but I'm going to read you now, and so I'm going to put a timestamp for those of you who want to bypass it and just jump straight to your readings for your sign. But for those of you who want to know a little bit about Neptune and Aries, I'm actually going to read. I'm not going to ad-lib it here because the excerpt that I have from a book here is actually going to give a much more clear and concise explanation of Neptune and Aries. So we have this happening from March 30th until October 22nd, 2025. Neptune will retrograde back into Pisces and then back into Aries as of January 26, 2026, and will stay there until May 21st, 2038. Okay, so let's learn about this a little bit. Neptune will be moving into Aries this year, starting a new 165-year cycle. This planet typically spends 13 to 14 years in one sign. Its last shift was into Pisces in 2012 of this year, a period that more or less overlaps with what we often refer to as the woke years. Neptune is a highly idealistic sign that is also slightly untethered from the more pragmatic aspects of human existence and has a habit of dissolving firm structures and boundaries. During the past decade, it did seem to some people like our society was throwing the baby out with the bathwater at times, as worthy causes sometimes went too far, leading to confusion. Luckily, boundary building, rational Saturn joined Neptune and Pisces in 2023 to help reestablish some balance. As Neptune moves into Aries in 2025, we can expect this unrelenting striving for a utopian ideal to recede and life to return to a new normal that incorporates the incredibly valuable advancements of the last decade while leaving the excesses behind. Neptune is a highly creative sign, and some people lamented that popular culture and the arts seemed stagnant over the last 13 years, as if we were at the end of one cycle and nothing new to take its place. Look for this to change and a new exciting cycle of creativity to emerge. The last time Neptune transited Aries coincided with the Impressionist movement, which turned the art world on its head. Impressionism massively broke with the past by literally melting away the solid contours of representational art and creating an exciting, innovative way of viewing and depicting the world, where it was more important to depict and convey emotions and concepts than things. The entire journey of modern and postmodern art can be seen as stemming from the Impressionist movement, and it is now time for a new breakthrough movement to take over the world of popular culture. Outside of art, Neptune in Aries will also play an important societal role. The last time Neptune transited this sign coincided with the American Civil War. This war was largely fought with the idealistic goal of ending slavery, thereby starting a new cycle of emancipation, which represents a perfect blend of Neptunian and Aryan powers. Talk of an upcoming civil war would have seemed ridiculous only a decade ago, but more and more academics and mainstream media are now seriously discussing this possibility. It may happen that certain states or geographical locations could try and break away from the Union, or the U.S. could reorganize itself to give states more individual rights. It is also interesting to note that while we are experiencing the Neptune return of the US Civil War, we are all simultaneously undergoing the Pluto return of the American Revolutionary War. We've been in that for a while. While the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the official birth date of the US, occurred while Pluto was in Capricorn, most of the fighting took place during Pluto's transit of Aquarius. For this reason, we may see the US turning its attention to the internal issues after more than a century of establishing itself as the world's police. Cracks in its domestic fabric may require the country to get its own house in order first, which could lead to a rebirth for a country that some feel has ideologically lost its way. So this is like we hear there. This is a big deal, okay? And you know, it's always amazing how the astrology and planetary aspects does reflect and mirror with what is really going on in our actual world, right? And of course, this does focus a little bit more on the US, okay? You know, because that is, well, let's face it, splashed over the world stage at the moment. Agree or disagree with whoever's in charge or whatever's going on. The fact is that there are a lot of changes going on. Some maybe we will see some good, maybe some not so good. But there's changes in a lot of things going on globally as well, right? So, you know, we do need to kind of look at that. And we've been in some of this energy now for over a year because we've had Pluto, our very furthest out planet, right, in Aquarius. And Pluto in Aquarius is power to the people. And things coming out of the woodwork, right? Pluto tends to bring things that have been hidden in the darkness, right? So we are already seeing some things that are coming out of the woodwork, things that have been hidden from us, right? Either by accident or design, usually by design. But Pluto is all about our power. Aquarius is humanitarian and it is about the people. And this is a revolutionary aspect, right? So there could be a lot of good that comes out of a lot of these things. Now, don't forget, okay, you know, if you feel uncomfortable, you feel very nervous about what is going on around, right? It's a lot of uncertainty. It seems to change by the minute. Remember that these planets, these outer planets that are all changing signs this year, okay, they are slow moving. Now, some things are moving fast, okay? But some of these things like ripping off a Band-Aid, but the healing or the changes will take some time. And remember, these planets do move very, very slowly, right? Pluto and Aquarius, we're going to have this energy for more than 20 years, right? The Neptune in Aries, right? Again, it's 14, 15, 16 years. When is it? 20. When is it going in there? Sorry, 2038. So from now, tiptoe back into Pisces, and then from 2026 to 2038. So that's a good 12 years, right? So it does take time, okay? But eventually, I think we will see so much change and positive change for humanity, for the good of the people, maybe to take back some of your personal power, right? But things need to shake up, right? The change is the difficult part, okay? And then the ironing out and the aftermath, things get a little bit easier. But first, things need to crumble, right? Just like making changes in your personal life, right? You got to tear it down to build it back up. And it's not necessarily an overnight process. So we'll go right back to my example of planting a seed with a new moon and remind yourself that it does take time for that seed to blossom and grow into something that we want. And it's no different with the planetary cycles that are going on. All right. So having said all of that, okay, we're going to get right into your new moon readings here. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards for each sign. All of your timestamps are going to be down below. Watch your sun, moon, and rising signs for sure. And if you know your Venus sign, you might want to watch that as well, because, of course, we do have Venus that is playing a very key role in this eclipse and with these lunations that we've got going on. And Venus doesn't, of course, just bring us love, right? It brings us seeds of something new. It can bring something abundant to us, right? It can bring love and beauty, and it's a very blossoming energy. It's also the planet of attraction. So you can attract people or things to you using this energy. So watch your Venus sign as well if you know it. All right. But good luck in this lunation, guys. We're going to get right into it with Aries. Again, timestamps down below. Hello there, Aries. Welcome to your new moon solar eclipse reading. Of course, you guys are the star of the show. So happy astrological new year. Happy birthday to you guys. Where are your wishes, your goals, your dreams? Embrace a little bit of magic in the air and you could just find yourself getting a little bit lucky. So of course, this solar eclipse, this lunation is happening in your first house. This is the house of self. This is you, your appearance, your identity, what you want out of life, okay? What are your personal goals and dreams? Now, you're going to have some opposing, some other energies there with the moon, okay? We've got, whenever we have a new moon energy, it is in conjunction with the sun, okay? So you got the moon and the sun working together. So in this energy, you might be looking at the difference between what you want and what other people want, right? So are you in alignment with the relationships, the partnerships in your life? Do you feel connected? Do you feel good, right, with the people and situations you've aligned yourself with? Or are you looking for something new? Whenever we do get a new moon, yes, typically we use the full moon to break away from things, okay? But since the lunar eclipse, okay, and now we've got the solar eclipse, there is almost this overlapping vibe of whatever is not part of my path for the future, I've got to let go of. And so you could still be contemplating what is good for you and what is not, and especially where, you know, where your relationships are concerned, right? So, you know, is your relationship to, you know, romantic partners, is it a good thing? Is it still viable, right? Your relationship with your job, your partnerships with your job, right? But this can be really where, you know, you turn a focus on to whatever dreams and goals that you want to pursue. It might just be something fun. It could be something that makes money. It could be new love in your life, new friends, new hobbies, right? Whatever it happens to be for you. Some of you as well, eclipses tend to amplify energy, right? So, and especially this one, because it's a super moon as well. So this can be, you know, think big, okay? Set your intentions for something, you know, a little bit supercharged yourself, because this can be the energy, the difference between, you know, if you're looking for a job, for example, this can be the difference between, okay, I'm looking for a job where I can pay my bills and, you know, and maybe have some free time or a little extra cash to do whatever. This can be the difference between that kind of job and a job that it pays you way more than what you ever thought. It comes with a pension, it comes with healthcare, it comes with extra long vacation, paid time off, right? All of these things. Not only do you make enough to live off, you make enough to save, right? You make enough to qualify for a mortgage if that's what's in the card for you, right? So it's this amplification of energy. So really it's a big, bold energy, and you could really have some great breakthroughs for yourself there as well. Now we've got card 17 coming out here, the ocean of self-destruction, self-sabotage, destructive patterns, and caution. So Aries, now we spoke about it a little bit in the intro. Are you impulsive? Do you think before you act? Okay. Now, sometimes we just need to jump right in with both feet and we just need to do something, right? But that's often after just kind of taking a pause, taking a quick step back and saying, okay, is this really what I'm looking for? Is this really going to work for me? Okay, great. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Right? There's a difference between doing that and just chasing after every little dream willy-nilly. So if you are that kind of person where you act before you think, okay, and maybe it gets you in a little bit of trouble, we're breaking a pattern here. Okay, we're making change, we're breaking that pattern. This is also saying to you in our first house, okay, when when we've got first house energy, and it does have to do with like our appearance and things. This can be a new haircut, a new wardrobe, a new anything, right? Our appearance for the world. Just be a little bit careful, because eclipses can certainly bring some impulsive vibes, right? And if you are, and of course we've got the retrogrades encouraging you to think twice and act once, okay, kind of, be very cautious, right, about making permanent changes to your hairstyle, your hair color, your wardrobe, things like that, right? Maybe if you want to test something out and see what it feels like, maybe you can do that, especially with the hair color. It's a little bit easier. But this is kind of the kind of energy where, we can get a little impulsive. If maybe you've got long hair, now you do something a little bit extreme. Maybe you would normally get a trim, or just like maybe kind of style it a little bit differently. This is the kind of energy where you're going to cut it all off. Okay, so if you're going from really long hair, now you're going to like a pixie cut or something like that, you could potentially regret doing those things. Okay, so just keep that in mind with this energy. But this is a great opportunity to break old patterns and habits down, okay, and start on a new and better and healthier path for yourself. All right, and we've got the Five of Cups. We are letting things go that we're not carrying with us. We've got the Hermit, and the Hermit is, of course, Virgo energy. We do still have the Virgo eclipse energies that are helping us and carrying us through, and the Hermit does bring an energy of healing, personal growth, of going within, okay, and lighting the path, lighting the lantern, setting those intentions so that guides you forward. Okay, but the Hermit can help heal. Five of Cups can be loss or sadness or, destructive patterns, right? As we see here, the Hermit, you're finding a better path, you're finding a better way, you're opening your heart. And it could also be some spiritual growth for you coming in at this eclipse as well. So pay attention, but you've got the Magician here as well. All right. And I love the Magician working together with the Hermit, right? Because first, what do? Take a step back and go within. What do we need to change, let go of? What direction do we need to look in? Okay. For our path for the future with the Hermit, we are thinking about things, soul searching energy, right? And then we are putting our wish, our goals, our dreams in that lantern to guide our path forward. And then you are creating whatever it is that you are focusing your intentions on. The Magician always reminds you of your personal power to create, to find resources, to make change, to do something new, whatever it is that you want. Focus on the things that you want. Focus on the things you want to attract. Focus on the direction that you're headed in, and allow Five of Cups, anything else to heal, to disperse out of your life. All right. So the power to create that magic lies within you there, Aries. Okay. So remember that. Be confident, very confident kind of energy. Be confident, but make sure that you're connecting with your heart and that you know truly what it is you want, okay, before taking that action. And that way we'll never look back. Five of Cups with regret. All right, I'll leave that there for you, Aries. I thank you so much for watching. Oh, wait, you know what? I'm going to get you a blessings card. I almost forgot. Thank you very much. I'm going to get you a blessings card here as well. And let's have a look. Woo, thank you very much. And here is your blessing card. And the message, blessings from your soul. Oh, I love that, since we've got the Hermit with your soul searching. You are a radiant being with many unique talents. Look with eyes of love and you will see this. Feel the creative power within you and the blessings pouring in as the healing light of your soul flows into every part of you. There you go. Thanks for watching, Aries. Good luck in this new moon. And we're going to move to Taurus. Hello there, Taurus, and welcome to your solar eclipse new moon in Aries reading. This is happening in your 12th house. This can be very mystical, magical, and spiritual for you. Okay, so pay very close attention to your dreams. Your 12th house, we can sometimes go very deep in this energy of the 12th house. Things that are hidden may come to light. Old past wounds and things can come to light for you with the 12th house energy. So, you could have some secrets that are revealed. Maybe you discover something about yourself. So you can be on a little bit of a journey of self-discovery here with this. But the 12th house is linked to your spirituality, and it is linked to endings here as well. It's linked to karma. So this can be an end of a karmic cycle for you. And so you're ready to embark with fresh steps on a new one. So it can bring in some good healing energy for you guys here as well with this, right? And don't forget, we still have the influence of the lunar eclipse that was in Virgo that's going on here as well. So we're breaking down old patterns, habits, behaviors, okay, and we're moving forward into a better way of doing things, right? No matter how big, no matter how small. Back of the deck, we've got the Hierophant, and this is your card. This is your energy. So what is pushing you forward, right? What is influencing your patterns and behaviors? Okay, the Hierophant does bring a higher level of learning. It's ascending to new heights, right? And it's very spiritual energy there as well. Okay, this is knowing yourself, what it is that you want. What have you been hiding? Some of you, you're about to come out of your shell in the most wonderful way. So you could have had some things that you've been working on behind the scenes, and now you're ready to reveal those things. Or you've just been maybe going within a little bit. What do you believe in? What path do you see yourself on in your future? Sometimes when we get the Hierophant card, it's very religious energy, and it is quite traditional in its energy there as well. So you could be kind of, maybe feeling a little bit of turmoil within and trying to reconcile or blend some of your traditional beliefs and your newfound beliefs, right? And so you might be kind of thinking, what works for me now and what doesn't. So, but ultimately with the Hierophant there, this is reminding you to have faith. Keep the faith, okay? Believe in yourself. Believe in whatever it is that you're doing, okay? Including whatever it is you're letting go of. Okay, believe and be confident in the choices that you're making. We have ocean overflows here for you, generosity, wealth, and auspicious blessings. This is wonderful for you here, Taurus. Of course, we do have Venus, who is at play with these lunations. Venus, of course, is your ruler, your planetary ruler. So you could be receiving some sort of financial blessings. You could find a new job, right? And, whenever we do have something in this supercharged energy, not just the super moon, but also the solar eclipse, everything is amplified. Okay. So, you could just have a little bit of luck. Maybe, it's, maybe you find an investment opportunity. Maybe you find some money somewhere that you didn't remember you had, or you didn't know. Money and auspicious blessings, they flow to you right now at this time. Work with the energy of Venus. Okay, you can work with crystals, with candles, give a blessing up to Venus at the new moon and say thank you, because you could certainly be entering a period here. And again, this is the Aries solar eclipse. It's astrological new year. So you're heading into a time period here where you maybe get some gifts, some blessings that are given to you in time. This is a time of increased prosperity and abundance for you. It's where you find like the perfect job for yourself. You make some more money. But this can also be where you are sharing your wealth, right? You're being very generous. Not only are you getting the generosity and benefiting from it, but you are also being generous and maybe helping others with the blessings that you have. It's like, I've been blessed. I've done this. You know what? I'm going to help some other people at this time. So people helping people can certainly be part of your reading here. We do have the World card coming out here for you. So a successful completion of a cycle. And the World card is like the end of a cycle. So just like the 12th house, it's the ending. Okay, the World card is also an ending here. It's pushing you towards expansion, growth, or a new beginning. And so the World card does bring a sense of closure, a sense of letting go, okay, but it also has you looking at, where can I expand? Where can I grow? What new things do I want to do? All right. The World card can certainly be closing a chapter in your life, just like that 12th house can be. So there's some great things coming ahead for you. But the World card, again, it's a successful completion of something. So you could have something coming to fruition for you here with this, something you've been working on, something you've been working towards. You're wrapping things up, and it's going to benefit you, because the World card does come with success and abundance for you as well. Don't forget to give thanks to whoever, or just express gratitude to the universe. You'll certainly get more things to be grateful for with that. All right, but we are shutting down a cycle, a habit, a pattern. We've got a 10 of Wands here. So if some of you have been feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, we've got the 3 of Swords on here as well. So there is a big healing element that's coming in here. The World card overshadows those, and the Hierophant, it's all about you, right? Overshadows these minor energies here as well. But you could find that you are detaching from pain and hurt and heartbreak. You're going to find here with this energy, the 10 of Wands, you're going to be rewarded because you don't give up. You keep on going, one foot in front of the other, okay? And things are about to get easier for you. And we got the World card. We're shutting these things down, and we're moving towards a better cycle, a better era for you, okay? Which, man, we like doing that, right? So, you might find that you might need to get out of your comfort zone a little bit here, okay, in order to reap your rewards, all right? But this is certainly showing that there's a little bit more lighthearted energy, and some blessings that are headed your way. Let's get you a blessings card. There's your card. A blessing of acceptance. Every part of you is equally worthy of love. Accept yourself as you are, and this will be a blessing unto yourself and others. If you wish to see the truth of the matter, hold no preference either for or against a particular outcome. Just be the love that you truly are. Okay, a little bit of peaceful blessing there for you. That's what I've got for you, Taurus. I thank you for watching. Good luck in this lunation. We're moving on to Gemini. Hello there, Gemini, and welcome to your solar eclipse reading. So this can be a little sparkly for you guys, okay? Mercury, your ruler, could be bringing you some really good news or some opportunities, or maybe some really thought-provoking conversations that perhaps, give you some inspiration. This lunation is happening in your 11th house. Now, your 11th house is very social. Has to do with your social groups, who you spend time with. Some of you could be meeting new people. Maybe you're cleaning up your social media in some way. You could discover an opportunity via your social connections or via your social media. But the 11th house is also about freedom, finding freedom from the things that have been holding you back, freeing yourself from outdated patterns and belief systems, wherever you need to free yourself and spread your wings and fly. This is highlighting for you. But of course, the big one with the 11th house is your wishes. What are you wishing for here, Gemini? Some of you have a wish coming true right around this time period. Can be in the next couple of weeks. Okay, it can unfold in the next 6 months or so. Sometimes the best things do take a little bit of time to come about. All right, but wish big here. This energy is very supportive of your wishes, your goals, and your dreams. And what does that look like to you? Maybe you're wishing for love. Great energy for love. Maybe you're wishing for freedom so you can travel. Financial freedom, maybe. Whatever it happens to be, your wishes are coming to fruition for you, and you have the power to make your dreams come true. We have Ocean the Warrior coming out here for you. Personal power, assertiveness, and leadership. Time to take charge there, Gemini. If you have not already believed that you are the lead player in your own story? Now is the time to embrace that mindset. Have you given your power away, right? Remember, this is about freeing yourself from things or people or situations. All right, where do you need to take your personal power back? Do you believe in yourself? Are you confident here, Gemini? All right, or have you been a little bit back and forth? Right? Are you moving side to side like a crab? Okay, or are you ready to take a leap and move forward? Whatever it is, this is a newfound sense of confidence. This is your ability to take the lead, take the charge, take the leap of faith if that's what you need to do. Make whatever change you need to make. Stand up for yourself, right? This can also be where you are about to step into a position of leadership in some way. So if you've been looking to make more money in your workplace, right? You want to make more money in your job, or you want a better work environment. Maybe you are the one to lead that initiative. Whatever it is, it's a warrior energy. We've got the Page of Cups, the Emperor. Oh yeah, that's Aries energy right there. And the Four of Swords. Emperor, leadership, taking charge, devising a strategy, using your inner wisdom or seeking out the wisdom and advice of others and taking note of it. The Emperor is about taking power, believing in your personal power, taking a position of leadership, being authoritative. The Emperor is big boss energy. It's also Aries energy. So we got the Aries energy really showing up big time for you here. So you may be getting out of your comfort zone, okay? The Page of Cups, that's right beside it. The Page of Cups can certainly represent your dreamy energy, okay? The Page of Cups tends to be very dreamy, tends to be, open to all kinds of things, is very fun-loving energy, right? But sometimes, Emperor, we got to get serious about things. So what are you dreaming of with the Page of Cups? What captures your heart? What captures your imagination? What do you want to create? The Emperor shows you that wherever you put your mind, wherever you take charge, wherever you take leadership here, right? Put a plan in place and then execute that plan. And Four of Swords, trust that things are going to work out. Don't be afraid to adjust your strategy as you move forward, okay? The Emperor, so kings rule a kingdom. The Emperor rules an empire. But the Emperor didn't get to rule the empire by only sticking stubbornly to one strategy. The Emperor will look at the big picture and say, okay, I've got a strategy, great, because you got to start somewhere. And then say, you know what? Something's changed over here. I think we need to adjust our strategy just a little bit. And then boom, we're back on track. So sometimes when we put a plan in place, we sometimes think that we're glued to it. And the opposite is true. Because we've got to start with plan, but then we have to have the wisdom, Emperor, and the foresight to recognize that, you know what? I got to make some tweaks. I got to make some adjustments, right? Because how else do you go with the flow? How else do you, when we stubbornly cling to something that's not going our way or that isn't working, right? We're ultimately on the path to failure, right? So, and part of the path to success is being a little bit adaptable. All right. But the Page of Cups shows you've got a dream. There's something you want. Okay. Dream big, wish big. Okay. Four of Swords here. Meditate. All right. It is a card of meditation. Okay. So meditate, contemplate, set your intentions. All right. And then get ready for a little bit of action and to take charge. The Four of Swords can also really represent a little bit of a spiritual awakening. Same with the Page of Cups. Okay, so, certainly for some of you here, there is some sort of spiritual download coming in here as well. All right. But this can certainly be where some good news may be headed your way. The pages do quite often bring in messages. They quite often bring in some sort of news, and the Page of Cups, something very Very positive for you there. It can bring love and romance, okay? New people, new friends, new creative projects, new hobbies, something that feeds your heart and your soul. If you are looking for love, right, the Emperor can represent somebody who is not necessarily older in years, but they're mature and wise, okay? They may be very good in business, right? But they got a good head on their shoulders. They don't play games, okay? But they've got some love in their heart there with the Page of Cups. And of course, this can be someone that you're manifesting in there with that Four of Swords, all right? But whatever your situation is, okay, you are encouraged here to do something fun, all right? Remember, we've had Mercury retrograde in your sign. Of course, Cups energy can represent some Pisces energy there, and Mercury is going into Pisces. So this can be a little bit of a sigh of relief for you. Okay, this can be like, oh, thank you. Now I can get a little bit of rest. So you're encouraged here at this lunation to take, put your mind on park, okay, for a little bit and go and do something fun. All right. Here is a blessing for you guys. The blessing of creativity. I love that, considering we've got the Page of Cups, right? Express yourself creatively and reconnect with your inner child. Beautiful. As ideas and inspiration surface, express them without thought, censorship, or judgment. Don't try and make sense of things. Just allow. Just feel. Just be. This is a time where all is possible. You are limited only by what you think is impossible. Love it. All right. That Page of Cups, dreamer energy. Okay. And like I said, with your wishes highlighted and activated for you here, wish big. Okay. Thank you for watching. That's what I've got for you guys. Enjoy your eclipse, and we're going to move on now to Cancer. Hello there, Cancer, and welcome to your solar eclipse reading. This new moon in Aries is especially good for those of you who are embarking on a career or some business changes or expansion or growth. Very good energy for finding a new job. All right. The 10th house does have to do with your career, your business goals and aspirations. Maybe some of you want to go into business for yourself. Maybe you want to make some changes as to, what you do for a living or even where you work. Maybe you want to work a little bit more at home, or you want something a little bit more exciting or something that maybe pays a lot more. So remember, this eclipse energy, this supermoon energy, amplifies what you would normally get. So again, if you would normally maybe find a job that pays the bills and puts a roof over your head, you get up in the morning and you go to work and, it's all fine and dandy. It can be the difference between that and finding someone that pays way more than you expected, that it's exciting to go to work every day. You get healthcare, you get lots of paid time off. Maybe you even get a pension. So the supermoon amplified energy is the difference between something regular, something mundane, and something super auspicious for you. So this can be really wonderful for you. And 9 of Pentacles is at the back of the deck for you guys. So the 9 of Pentacles is success and abundance and prosperity. Okay, it's also an energy of independence and one of buying yourself or doing something that you truly desire, something that's just for you and not necessarily for anyone else. It's also an energy of where we have tamed our anxieties here and we've experienced a lot of growth. So this can be really wonderful energy, but it is abundance, it is prosperity, it is money flowing to you, and it is success. So we love seeing the 9 of Pentacles no matter what it is we do. But this can also represent your reputation. Your 10th house does have to do with your reputation as well. And so this can be where, maybe you get some rewards and accolades, okay? Or maybe someone recognizes you for your potential, right? Maybe someone takes notice of you, right? You can get promotions and raises. You can find those new jobs, or maybe even embark on a brand new career path. Whatever it is, you are recognized for your potential and for your accomplishments, okay? And if no one does that for you, 9 of Pentacles, do it for yourself. We have Ocean's Machete coming out here for you guys. Radical truth, clarity, and self-awareness. All right, so maybe there's something going on where you might get some information and you're seeing the truth of the matter. This can be where, you're being honest with yourself about your current circumstances, no matter where you happen to be. It is, am I on the right track? Am I feeling safe and secure? Do I feel like, maybe a job thing, right? Do I feel like I have hit the proverbial glass ceiling? Is it ready for change, right? When we're honest with ourselves, right? It's like, woo, it's a big epiphany moment. And if we're, and at the very least, we've got to be honest with ourselves, right? Before we're even honest with anyone else. But there could be some truth, some information that comes to light. You could be getting clarity and epiphany here with this energy. And of course, Nine of Pentacles, self-awareness. You being honest with yourself. Do I conduct myself in a manner that I'm proud of, right? And if not, maybe I'm going to change, or do something a little bit differently, right? But we can certainly have some letting go of some negativity here, okay? And taking care of yourself, being more confident and believing in yourself here as well. Got the Wheel of Fortune coming out here for you guys. Loving that. The Wheel of Fortune can certainly represent some surprises. We've got the Tower here for you as well, okay? And we've got the Two of Wands. Be aware of unexpected events, okay? Go with the flow. Plant both feet on the ground, okay? The Wheel of Fortune together with the Tower, this something completely unexpected, okay? The Tower is sudden unexpected changes, often coming in via the form of an epiphany, okay, or a revelation, and we've got that here as well. Machete, by its own, definition, is like, a sword to cut things away, okay? And, so with this, I mean, this can be, where you're ready to shake something up here with the Tower, because something's not working. So you're using that machete to clear away and clear the path for something a little bit better. Okay, but the Tower often does represent a crumbling of something, whether it's thoughts and patterns and behaviors, or whether it's something in your real world. There could be anything from like a restructure in your organization, or maybe you just get that aha moment and you're like, I'm ready for action. I'm ready to make some change, because the Two of Wands is here. You might be at a crossroads, or you might have a couple of different opportunities that are ahead of you, or you might need to choose a path, okay? Keep your options open sometimes with the Two of Wands, right? But we're thinking about something and we're making a decision. Now, the Wheel of Fortune always reminds you to go with the flow, okay? Reminds you in the ebb and the flow of life. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune coming here, the ruler of the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, okay? And Jupiter is our most beneficial planet, always bringing us something, but Jupiter tends to amplify everything, right? And, so if we're feeling, if we have a little bit of success, boom, we've got a lot of success with Jupiter. If we normally would have one option or one path, boom, Jupiter walks in and we've got, more than one opportunity and more than one option. So with the Wheel of Fortune card, this can certainly bring surprises. This can bring something unexpected, but something unexpected that gets you stuck or out of your gets you unstuck, or gets you out of your comfort zone in some way. Okay, it's shaken up the energy, whether within you or in your material world here. Okay, it's shaken something up because something's not good, something's not right, something's not going your way. Okay, and so for some of you here, it is making you look at the future, making you get out of your comfort zone, take a little bit of a leap of faith. But the Tower is where we rebuild. Okay, we've got to let something go for something better to come in. Otherwise, we're just, accumulating things that just are impeding our progress. Okay. But the Wheel of Fortune is the card of good luck, good karma, growth, expansion, big picture energy, and, sometimes a little bit of a game of chance, taking a gamble, taking a risk, right? So again, getting out of our comfort zone here. So it's like the two cards that are encouraging you to get unstuck, get out of your comfort zone, look at the horizon, look at the big picture, make some change. Okay, and here we go, the Two of Wands, right? So we're clearing the path for your future, whatever that happens to look like. But it could come in the form of money. But remember, with the Wheel of Fortune, it is in the upright here for you. So even if the Tower is here, the Tower can sometimes take things away in order to clear your path, right? You come into work one day and maybe they've decided to close or restructure your organization. This can actually be a benefit for you, because, hey, maybe it does kind of give you that nudge that you need to do something a little bit more exciting, because you've been thinking about it for a while anyway. The Tower, even though it's sudden and unexpected turn of events, it is often really not that surprising when we take a step back and when we kind of assess the situation, because often our intuition already told us something, right? And whether it's telling you that, yep, I need to make a change, or yep, the time is right, or there's something weird going on in my company, whatever it happens to be, or something weird going on in my relationship, right? Sometimes you can just be an observer when the Tower card comes out, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. Here, it's like you could get a lucky break or something like that, right? So sometimes there's like something that is, on a path of destruction, but it doesn't necessarily directly involve you, but you might benefit from it. So, maybe your boss walks in one day and hands in his resignation or something, and then it's like, oh, this opens the door for you to step in, right? So, you might like your boss, maybe you don't like your boss, right? But this can open up opportunities for you. So, we do have a combination of letting something go, leaving something behind, but embracing something a little bit better for you. Sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable, because why? Nothing good really happens in our comfort zone. We're used to it. It's comfortable, but there's no growth, there's no opportunity, there's no expansion in our comfort zone. It exists just outside of it. And so this is where you're being pushed to just a little bit. But you could get something that really rocks your world. The Tower is not always negative, okay? It's looked at it that way because it's change, and humans don't like change. But it is one where we've got to let something go, and we got to make room. Something new's coming in. So you could really get a lucky break, and you could find a brand new job, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is the best thing ever. And you could be the one that's dropping the bombshell. You could be dropping that Tower card on your boss's desk and saying, hey, sorry, bud, I gotta go, right? So it typically happens really quite quickly. But just be aware there could be some surprises in your midst for you guys, okay? That's what I've got for you, Cancer. Thank you for watching. Good luck in this eclipse. And we're going to move on now to Leo. Hello there, Leo, and welcome to your solar eclipse reading. This super new moon in Aries. This is going to be highlighting your 9th house. Your 9th house has to do with big ideas. It has to do with your belief systems, your spirituality, your religion, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Some of you might be going through a crisis of faith right now, but you're opening your mind to maybe some new and interesting ideas. In that energy, you could also have some big ideas here. The 9th house is very much connected with your higher mind. Okay, so you could be learning something. Some of you might want to go back to school, take a course, maybe go back to school to completely change your career path, or maybe you're just interested in a subject and it has nothing to do with anything other than the fact you want to learn it. So certainly matters of the higher mind and all your big ideas. But the 9th house also does have to do with travel and foreign lands, or people from foreign lands here as well. It's typically our big travel, our big trips. And so you could be potentially meeting someone that is not born and raised wherever you are. They might be from a different country. This can be a potential new love interest. It can just be a new friend, or it can maybe just be someone who you spark up a conversation with. You never know, right? Some of you might be actually considering, going to another country for, maybe it's a quick getaway. Maybe not so quick if you're traveling overseas, but maybe it's just, it's like, I don't want to be a tourist in my own town. I just got my passport and now I'm ready to, take that trip, and I'm going to go explore architecture of Europe or something like that. Because often there is a little bit of a learning element with our travel. And even if it's just to learn about other cultures. So it can be a really very interesting place to have a lunar eclipse. Some of you maybe have an opportunity to get a new job with like a global corporation, and maybe something where you can travel for work. That can be something there for you. Some of you might want to go overseas or to another another country, or even across your own country if it's big enough, to go back to school, or maybe I always kind of wanted to, go for a couple weeks over to France, and the purpose of the trip would be to go to Cordon Bleu cooking school, right? So that would be an awesome, awesome vacation for me, right? But I'm learning something at the same time as having a vacation, right? Although I think they work you pretty hard. But anyway, so, all these kind of wonderful things. It's like your mind is very much open with this energy. So it can be really interesting. We've got the Strength card at the back of the deck. Okay, so it's all about you, your energy, your courage, your bravery. Okay, but also your ability to really tap into your heart and your kindness, compassion. But with the Strength card right here, be strong, be bold, be brave. We've got breakthroughs with this eclipse. We've got bold changes coming in here. We need to tap into our inner courage just to do something new or exciting, or get out of our comfort zone and go somewhere different, do something a little bit different, right? Or even just to recognize that, hey, I'm changing, right? So this is about, believing in yourself and being confident, right? So there's something here highlighted that is a very personal aspect for you here with the Strength card, okay? Because it is your energy. Be bold, brave, believe in yourself, be confident, but let your light shine here. We have Ocean of Self-Destruction. Okay. So, I like that we've got the Strength card when we got this coming out, okay? Because self-sabotage, destructive patterns, and caution, okay? So, number one, because we do still have the energy of the lunar eclipse was in Virgo, okay? Full moon energy. Full moons are, often bring revelations, bring something to the surface, okay? Now, Leo, you are highly creative, okay? You are highly creative. You're a natural born leader. You got a lot of talent, okay? And you're maybe a little bit used to being in the spotlight. But for all of anyone's good qualities, we also have a shadow side, okay? So, the face that you put out to the world, is that truly what you're feeling within? Right? You might put on an air of confidence for everyone else, but maybe you don't feel like you deserve anyone's attention, or you don't deserve the success, right? What self-destructive patterns do you have? We all have them, okay? And, sometimes it's something that, we thought we'd overcome. Eclipses, especially retrograde eclipses, do tend to bring things back up that we thought that we had healed from or moved away from. All right, so if something comes back up within you, just take a step back, right? Retrograde energy, take a step back. I've been here before. What am I doing to stop my progress? Why am I feeling this way, right? What pattern do I really need to break? Because sometimes we kind of, we fall backwards a little bit, right? So when we get this is just a heads up saying that there could be something that's creeping back in, or maybe something that's been lurking there for a while. And it is this kind of negative self-destructive pattern, even if it's that thing where you don't feel like you're deserving of something, or you don't feel confident in the things that you do. And this is encouraging you to do things anyway. We all have self-doubt. We all have those moments where, we talk to ourselves in a negative way. Okay, the Strength card here, not only does it remind you about your personal strength, your inner power, about your ability to really take some bold steps forward, okay, but it does remind you here to open your heart and be kind and compassionate and patient, not just with other people, but especially to yourself, okay? Because those negative things that we sometimes tell ourselves, they have the potential to be those things that we believe, right? We don't want to believe negative things about ourselves. We want to believe that we are, Mr. Lion here, and that we are, we are the king of our own castle, and that, nothing can stop us, right? And so we do need to be like this Leo the lion. And so this is who you truly are. So you're being really encouraged to kind of dig a little bit deeper into your psyche there. We do have the Lovers card coming out here for you. We've also got the Six of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Now, the Lover's card, okay, is going to be your overall energy, the Strength card, and the Lover's card. All right. Now, the Lover's card does have to do with choices, matters of the heart. Okay. What do you choose? Okay. What gives you fulfillment? What makes you happy, right? Some of you have some options. And, it's interesting here because we've got the Six of Swords and we've got the Knight of Swords, but they're facing each other. The Six of Swords is leaving difficulties behind, finding calm, peaceful resolution, finding compromise, right? And forgiveness and moving forward in a better direction. All right. A more calmer direction, right? So if you've been going through some turbulence, some troubles, you have the potential here to, to really clear the air, clear the path, right? And maybe even if you have been a little bit down on yourself here, you're going to find a better path and a better way. We do have the Knight of Swords that's here as well. And the Knight of Swords is facing the Six of Swords. So this can represent that in order to find peace and forgiveness and healing, you do need to face something head on. Okay. And you do need to, talk something out. You need to communicate. You need to revisit some discussions internally that you've been having with yourself. This can also represent that, two people, because the Lover's card can represent partnerships, friendships, business partnerships, romantic partnerships, okay, partnerships of all kinds, okay, and in order to resolve some issues or in order to figure out which direction that we're going in, we need to get together and we need to have a conversation. Because the Six of Swords person is going that way, the Knight of Swords is going this way. So are we on the same page? Can we get back on track and go in the right direction? Okay, do we need to clear the air? All right. And the Lover's card says you have a choice, right? Some of you also may have a choice as well here opening up. And I think I said in the intro that retrogrades, when they happen, especially at the same time as full moons or new moons or lunar eclipses or whatever we happen to have, the possibility of something coming back into our lives is heightened. And sometimes this can be opportunities that come back for a second chance. Sometimes it's those old patterns, right, that come back out of the woodwork and we're like, oh man, I've retrograded back into some old habits. It's time for me to move forward. Okay, so that can be part of what's happening. Old thoughts are coming back in and it's like, nah, I got to move forward. But we can have people, situations, and opportunities that also come back in. So this can be an energy here where you have a choice to make. Lover's card, okay, about a friend, romantic partner, opportunity, career path, whatever it happens to be. Am I moving forward? Or if something comes back in, is it what I want? Right? Because this Knight of Swords facing this way can certainly be something coming back in. Okay. And you might need to make a decision. Lover's card. Is this what I want? Is this the direction I want to go in? Am I going to forgive? Am I going to give something a second chance? Okay. And for some, the answer is yes. For some, the answer is no. But we got to go within. And the Strength card. Okay. We have to, number one, trust our instincts, trust our own ability to make the right decisions. Okay. But we also, if there's something or someone that tries to come back in here and you're like, oh, no, baby, this is not for me. Okay. Then you need to tap into your inner strength to say no and to keep moving forward for your own peace of mind. And things would be a little bit better, right? Because sometimes turbulent people want to come back in. But the Lover's card can certainly show that you have the potential here to bring everything into alignment. Things that make you happy, whatever that looks like, okay? Keep the lines of communication open. Tell yourself a good narrative, all right? And a little bit of magic may happen. And some of you, yes, you could be very much sailing here with the Six of Swords. You could be sailing along quite nicely, just enjoying your nice, calm life. And then boom, Knight of Swords, something exciting happens. Someone new comes in because the Lover's card can, of course, represent soulmates and true love coming in here. And sometimes they ride in like a knight in shining armor when we least expect it. We're just floating on the little sea here and we're enjoying our little lives. And and now our world gets a little bit, upsets the apple cart a little bit, but in a good way. Right. So you just never know. Interestingly enough, the Six of Swords can also represent travel. And the ninth house, which is where your eclipse is, represents long distance travel, very often overseas, but it doesn't have to be, depending on your geography where you are. Maybe it's another country, but you don't have to cross a body of water. But it can certainly represent travel of some kind. So you just never know. You could potentially meet somebody that either visits your country, okay, from somewhere else, or maybe you go and visit another country or go on a big trip and you meet all kinds of new and interesting people, and you just never know. You could make some friends or, possibly have that little romance. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I thank you guys for watching. Good luck in this eclipse, and we're going to move on to Virgo. Hello there, Virgo, and welcome to your super new moon lunar eclipse, solar eclipse reading in the sign of Aries. This is going to be highlighting your 8th house. Now, your 8th house has to do with the inevitable things, such as births, deaths, taxes, inheritances, other people's money, loans, things like that. So, for some of you, you are finding financial freedom and you are paying off some loans. Now, this is just something that you've been working towards, something you've been paying off every single month, and you're about to make your final payment and have a little bit more financial freedom. For some of you here, you will perhaps be getting an inheritance of some kind. Hopefully it's a living inheritance, because those are a little bit more pleasant. It could be something that you've been waiting for a while. Maybe something's been stuck with a lawyer for a while, and this could come in here for you. Inheritances can be gifts that are passed down to you. It can be inheritance of money, a home, family heirlooms, even talents and advice that you're tapping into here as well. Does have to do with loans. So again, some of you could be either paying off a loan, or perhaps you are taking out a new one. And this is to probably for something that you really do want, something that'll give you a little bit more safety and security for your future. So a loan for a new car, if your old one is dragging on by a thread, maybe a new home, things like that. So 8th house has to do with other people's money, or the money that you share with other people. Some of you could, of course, have a romantic relationship that is evolving, and now you're going to get into some conversations about how to blend your finances or how to distribute the bills, because maybe you're moving in and, so embarking on a new journey that way. But the 8th house is Scorpio energy ruled by Pluto. So some of you are maybe going to take some power back, especially if you've given your power away, especially in regards to your money or resources. And maybe you've been letting someone else take care of some things, and now you're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this on my own now. Some of you may have, something new that is coming into your life here, right? Birth, deaths, new beginnings, endings. Okay, a little bit of a mixed bag there for you guys, but there could certainly be something hidden that comes out of the woodwork. Okay, this can be a secret hidden desire, a fantasy maybe. This can be something that is within you, or maybe something that gets revealed to you. So some interesting stuff usually goes on in the 8th house. The back of the deck, we've got the 10 of Pentacles for you. So there you go. The 10 of Pentacles does have to do with abundance and prosperity, the money that you have, and the money that, of course, affects your family. The 10 of Pentacles is happy home, happy family, stability, security, and maybe a little bit of financial freedom or abundance. Okay, having knowing what you need and having the resources that you need when you need it. 10 of Pentacles also has to do with inheritances here as well. So your focus could certainly be on money and stability and security in your home, which is quite often brought about with a little bit of money. Wow, we've got ocean manifesting birth in here as well. Lovely manifestation, intention, and abundance. So Virgo, we just did have a lunar eclipse in your sign. And so there's things that are changing. There's new things that are coming in. There's things that are, the old ways are leaving. There's big shifts here for you. So number one, manifestation is your friend. So, use this lunation and the super abundant, powerful energy that comes with it to manifest your goals and dreams and desires. Others of you, you've got something blossoming in your world right now. So blossoming abundance all around, your power of manifestation, your intentions are being heard, and some of you are about to reap your rewards. All right, we've got the Knight of Swords potentially bringing you in some information or some news. The Five of Wands, and we've got the Hierophant here as well. So your Hierophant is your overruling energy here. Okay, the Hierophant is Taurus energy, so ruled by Venus. And so Venus, of course, is retrograde right at this time, but Venus brings you love, resources, money, abundance, and your ability to attract all these wonderful things to you. So that's awesome energy there, but you have to believe, you have to have faith, okay? And we need to, look forward. All right. The figure on the Hierophant card is facing the future and turning his back on the past. Okay. So there could be some things going on around here, maybe something to do with money, okay, that you need to either walk away from or you need to ignore and not engage in, especially with the Five of Wands, because it can certainly be a card of conflict, drama, family drama. Okay. So if there's any inheritances at play, just be aware of that. Okay, there could be some heightened communication there and some infighting, perhaps in with some sort of inheritance. Okay, there could be some discussion that gets a little bit out of hand. Remember, we are in retrograde season, so conversations can certainly get out of hand there. But the Knight of Swords can certainly bring you some information or an opportunity. This is maybe something that you have earned, hard fought, hard won. Okay, and something that maybe you've competed for. The Five of Wands, while it can be drama and it can be conflict and things, it can also be healthy competition. All right, so if you've been competing for something like a job, something like that, this could be some really good news coming your way. The Hierophant can also be, it is a very religious card, very spiritual card. Some of you are assessing your belief systems, right? And, certainly the 8th house with Pluto being in the mix can be where you are experiencing a little bit of heightened awareness at this time. So really trust your instincts, trust your intuition. The Hierophant is about ascension, is about higher level, taking something to the higher level. And it also is one of commitment. So the Hierophant is known as the marriage card or a higher level of commitment in some way. So perhaps you've learned something or you are using a little bit of wisdom that you've gained to make some decisions here about a situation in your world. Is it good? Is it not good? Can we fix it? Do we need to walk away? All right. And, maybe some of you are on the cusp there. Some of you might be hashing out your differences here. Five of Wands, Knight of Swords. Just be aware that sometimes when people do talk about money, sometimes emotions do get the better of us. Okay. But the Hierophant can certainly represent that maybe some of you are getting married. Okay. You might have someone that pops the question, but there might be some money issues here that we need to talk about, that we need to sort out. But at the same time, there could be a walking away. Okay, we do need to address that and say that, but it's probably not anything new to you. You probably already know. Okay, but the Hierophant can be really focusing on you and the things that you want, and there could be some wonderful blessings headed your way, either over the next couple of weeks in the short term or over the course of the next 6 months, because that's how long the eclipse cycle or the lunation cycle lasts. Here's a blessing card for you. The blessing of positive thought, faith and belief. Okay, the Hierophant there. Believe in yourself. Each time you notice a negative thought cross your mind, stop and consciously place it with a positive one or replace it with a positive one. Practice this until the pattern is broken. You will set yourself free. This is a blessing to give to yourself. It will lead you to a feeling of deep peace and contentment. All right. It's almost impossible to be 100% positive every moment of every day, right? But when we are consciously aware of our thoughts and our emotions, then we don't go down into a rabbit hole of negativity. We recognize the opportunity for us to turn our way of thinking around or turn our energy around a little bit better. right? And you possess those qualities there with the Hierophant. I leave that there for you guys. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful solar eclipse. We're moving on now to Libra. Hello there, Libra. Welcome to your solar eclipse reading. So this is one where you could have a lot of love and romance in the air here, Libra. Okay, this is happening in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. So this is your relationship to love and romance, to, romantic partnerships in your life. This is your relationship with your friends, with your coworkers, right? Think of all kinds of partnerships, all right? Some of you could be forging new partnerships at this time with the new moon energy, or setting the intentions to welcome love and friendship and, partnerships into your life. So this can be very exciting for you guys. You could have a little bit of luck and love. You could have a romantic partnership that's potentially going to elevate to the next level, so yeah, it can be wonderful. It can be a good time to really have a look at your relationship with things in your life too, like money and things like that, right? Or, with the relationships you do have in your life, are they equal? Are they balanced? Do you share responsibilities in a relationship, right? Especially a romantic one. If you share your home with somebody, do you have your bills divided up fairly? Do you equally contribute to the partnership? Because sometimes, let's face it, those things can kind of go a little bit sideways, or they can get a little bit off kilter. So you could certainly be focusing in here on finding new ways to restore balance and harmony in all of your relationships, okay? Or, of course, finding the balance and harmony within you and making sure that you are ready for something new to enter your life, because it could certainly be really exciting. We have Ocean of Self-Destruction. Man, this is the 3rd time this card has come out. Self-sabotage, destructive patterns, and caution. Okay, so for some of you, there's something within a relationship or something going on within you, okay, where you do need to pay very close attention. All right, because something is a little bit off kilter. Something isn't quite as positive as how we would want it to be. So this can be where, if you're single looking for love, this is where you're maybe recognizing right now your patterns, okay, in relationships, right? And, it can be very simply choosing the same kind of person and repeating those patterns over and over and over again, right? Or maybe you are, perhaps, knowing you, Libra, you're probably a very nurturing partner, but sometimes we can go overboard with that, yeah? We can go into people-pleasing mode, right? Where we're the ones taking over all the responsibility in the relationship. We're doing the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and the housework and all this kind of stuff, and the other person just kind of living their best life, right? So are those the kind of patterns that's being repeated over and over again? So you're being very encouraged to be honest and truthful with yourself. And is this something that you can stop doing? Is it something you need to stop doing? And something, if you're, maybe single and looking for love, this might be like a big turning point for you, a bit of self-realization and going, I'm not doing this again. I'm shutting down a cycle. I'm shutting down those patterns. But this can also, be about, having a little bit of a lack of confidence here as well, right? And so sometimes this does get the better of us in relationships, right? Friendships, romance, whatever it happens to be, because family relationships there as well, right? Because we play a certain role, or we've convinced ourselves that, that we have to act a certain way, or maybe we want to have a conversation with someone, but we're afraid of how they're going to respond, those kind of things. And that's it's a self-sabotaging thing, right? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy when, we kind of, continue to do those same things over and over again, or when we do, have some negative talk within ourselves, right? That self-sabotage energy. It's like, maybe this is the best kind of person that I deserve, so this is why I keep ending up with these people. No, I have a friend that does that, okay, and she is always going after the exact same type, and then she wonders why the exact same things happen in her relationships every single time. She recognizes the pattern, but she hasn't so far been able to break it, okay? but somewhere deep down, maybe she feels like this is what she deserves, right? So it's a matter of breaking that pattern of self-destruction, self-sabotage within. Know that you are worthy of romantic love. You're worthy of to be treated, like the king or queen or prince or princess that you are, right? We all deserve to feel loved and valued and respected in our relationships, right? No matter what kind they happen to be. So, it's time to break some patterns here and to look at things a little bit better. We've got the King of Swords, who exudes confidence, the Emperor, even more confidence, and we've got the Page of Pentacles here as well. Okay, some of you are going to be having a really important conversation with someone in your life. They could give you some really good advice. They could be a new person coming in, or there could be an offer, an opportunity, an invitation, or a gift that is headed your way. All three cards in the upright, all of them incredibly positive. The King of Swords can certainly be, between the King of Swords and the Emperor, this can be one person, it can be multiple people, it can also be your energy. All right. The Emperor right here in the middle is your overruling energy for this. This is about confidence, believing in yourself, trusting in your instincts. Okay. This is, really knowing what you want, taking charge, taking the lead, and going for it, right? The Emperor exudes power and respect. Okay. A lot of wisdom in the Emperor energy, right? So this is like, you have the power here to embrace life in the best way possible, to resolve whatever issues you need to resolve, to talk, King of Swords, okay, communicate in a powerful, truthful, honest, and clear way to get the results that you need, right? You might not know what the results are going to be, but they're going to be what you need because you're very much, you're communicating in a positive way. So this is wonderful energy to embrace for yourself, right? To be this confident person, to speak your truth, to resolve issues, to negotiate. King of Swords, maybe there's something here that you need to negotiate. And when we have the Page of Pentacles coming out, there could be something about children within, if you're in a relationship, there could be something there that could be breaking childhood cycles and patterns, belief systems here, but it can also be something about money. Okay, and money in a relationship can be very destructive, right? It's also very heated sometimes. Okay, so with the Page of Pentacles here, this can be where we're taking charge, we're talking about our finances or our roles and responsibilities in our relationship, and we are resolving issues and taking a new or better approach. There, we're actually getting something done. The King of Swords can be somebody who you talk to that can give you some advice, some wisdom, something in business matters, financial matters. Possibly here, it can be something forging new relationships. Pages do tend to bring good news. They also represent the new, okay, or the improved. So a next level up on something here. There might be some financial negotiations or some job negotiations or something in the mix, right? A relationship with, a business partner, perhaps here. But like I said, all in the upright, all good. On the Page of Pentacles, though, you could be getting some money, a gift, a ring, perhaps, all these things. Okay. So, it's kind of, saying this big green light across the board, whatever you happen to be doing. Okay. But remember, take charge. Okay. Take charge. If there's something that you need to address, then address it, because you will never be able to resolve things and you will never know, how better things can be if you don't face something head on. And we're always afraid to have an important conversation. Sometimes because, we're like, what if the person says no? What if someone reacts badly? All these things. And, living in no man's land, and always wondering, isn't good for the psyche. It's not good, right? So we want to know those definitive answers. So if you're looking for a definitive answer in a relationship, in a business partnership, something to do with your money or your children, I feel you're going to get it. Here is a blessings card for you. And we have the blessing of questioning. Hey, look at that. Examine and identify any belief that stems from an irrational fear. Ask yourself, do I still need this? If the answer is no, then replace it with trusting, more loving belief. Blessings flow to you as soon as you do this, so set yourself free. leave that there for you, Libra. I hope you guys have a wonderful eclipse. And we're going to move on now to Scorpio. Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome to your solar eclipse super new moon in Aries reading. This is highlighting your 6th astrological house. Now, your 6th house has to do with your day-to-day. It has to do with your daily work patterns, habits, routines, where you work, your commute to work, what you do for a living, right? How many hours in a day you work. Also has to do with your health, happiness, and well-being. So are you happy? Are you, feeling good physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? If not, then you're going to be doing something new. Something new. Thank you. That's a lot. Okay, fine. You're going to be doing something new that makes you happier, that makes you feel better, that makes you feel maybe a little bit more alive, or makes you feel like you're accomplishing something in your day, okay? The 6th house does bring healing. It also highlights your pets, okay? So it could be something going on with the pets in your life, or you could be getting a new one. Whether you want one or not. If you have one cat, the universal cat distribution system will probably deliver you another one in some weird way, right? So you could certainly have a whole little mixed bag going on, but this is certainly where we look at things in a new way. We look at our daily lives and say, how can I make it better? Right? Do I constantly hit the snooze button and then I'm rushing to get ready for work, right? Or is the alarm going to go off? I'm going to get up right away, have a cup of coffee, do a little meditation or some yoga, have a shower, and then I can start my day in a more relaxed way, right? It's those kind of things that occur in the 6th house. And it's all with the focus on our health, happiness, well-being, and making those things better. So it brings a healing energy with it. We have Ocean manifesting birth. Yes. I love this one. Card number 11, manifestation, intention, and abundance. So some of you could have new doors of opportunity opening up for you here right now. You could be, receiving some sort of gifts that you have previously manifested into your life. But of course, with this being a new moon, the focus is on setting those intentions, and this showing you here that you have the power to manifest whatever your little heart desires. Okay. Is it money? Is it love? Is it, better opportunities to maybe work a little bit less hours in the day, or to feel a little bit better, whatever it happens to be. The universe is saying that things are aligning to deliver some things in your life that are in alignment with your intentions. All right. We've got the Empress card. I love that we've got the Empress card with this one here, because they are both cards of pregnancy. Okay. But pregnancy doesn't have to mean necessarily, getting pregnant. Okay. Pregnancy is related to fertility. So it's the birth of something. So either planting the seed and watching something grow. Okay. Or you're about to give birth to something very interesting. But the Empress card is there. We've got the 3 of Cups. So something to celebrate there. We've got the 2 of Swords. And we have the Ace of Swords coming out there for you as well. So your power to create something new that's going to make you happy is right here knocking at your doorstep. Okay, a lot of creative energy that's coming in here. The 2 of Swords can be about, really kind of just going within and figuring out what is it that I want. Because sometimes we're a little bit undecided. We're a little bit unsure when we've got the 2 of Swords, right? We're at a little bit of a crossroads. We're maybe thinking, do I want this or do I want this? Or I'm feeling a little bit confused, or maybe there's something that I don't need to see or I can't see right now, right? Because got the blindfold on with the 2 of Swords. Either it's an intentional blindfold that I don't want to deal with things in front of me, so I'm going to put the blinders on. Sometimes that happens, okay? Or it's one of those things where, things are manifesting in your life, Ace of Wands. Okay, if things are manifesting in your life, we don't need to see things happening behind the scenes. We need to trust that they are there, right? We also, with the 2 of Swords, go within, okay? This is where, we don't need to look externally to figure out what makes us happy or to figure out what we want out of life, right? We go internal, and all the answers that we need are inside of us, okay? The Two of Swords can also be a reminder here that not everything is black and white. Not everything is yes or no. Not everything is this or that. In the general constraints of life here, there is often a gray area. Okay, and that's where the biggest possibilities often exist. Okay, and so we sometimes need to look at the potential and the possibilities behind things. Okay, and that's what leads us down the path to something exciting. But with the Empress card here, we do have Venus energy coming in for you. We've got Venus, who is very much influencing the solar eclipse. And Venus, of course, is our planet of love, money, resources, abundance, fertility, creativity, attraction, and the things that bring us happiness and joy. So, hey, focus on your heart energy here. And this is awesome. The Three of Cups can certainly show that you might need to lighten up a little bit. Maybe you need to have a little bit more time, or figure out how to make more time in your day, okay, in your daily life to have a little bit more fun. The Three of Cups is a very jovial energy. It's a very social energy. Quite often it's a little happy hour card, right? Go out and, have a little chit chat with people whose company you enjoy, have a drink, whatever it is, and, and go home, take a load off, right? Three of Cups can also represent some really good news and something that gives you a cause to celebrate, okay? And that Ace of Wands can certainly be a gift, something headed your way. This really does speak to your power of manifestation. Aces are new beginnings, okay, or something, something improving in your life in a spectacular way. Okay, and this can certainly bring you some growth, planting the seed of intention. So whether you have something blossoming in your world right now as the result of previous intentions, something new, something exciting, something that you can't wait to share the news with your friends and with your family and with your loved ones, okay, or whether it's something where you are setting this intention for something that's going to bring you happiness and joy and abundance and all kinds of wonderful things into your life, into your daily life. The power is within you. You are harnessing it at this time. So loving this energy. For some of you, it's a new relationship or a new job, whatever it is. The Empress card reminds you that you have the power to find the resources that you need and to tap into them. But you do need to take action. Ace of Wands, okay? Are you sitting? Two of Swords, are you just sitting behind? Are you just kind of thinking about stuff but not actually taking some action? Figure out what you want and then take action, okay? Sometimes we're met with a whole bunch of no's in order to find a yes, but never give up in this energy. There is a blessing card for you, and the blessing is blessings from your soul. You are a radiant being with many unique talents. Look with eyes of love and you will see this. Feel the creative power within you and your soul flows. Feel the creative power within you and the blessings pouring in as the healing light of your soul flows into every part of you. Remember, eclipses can bring surprises, sudden unexpected turn of events, faded energy, okay? And sometimes, like I said, Two of Swords, sometimes we don't need to necessarily see these things to believe that they are out there. So trust your intuition, okay? And, pay attention for signs or opportunities because you never know where something may come from. With that, I'm going to leave that there for you guys. Good luck in this lunation. I thank you for watching. We're moving on now to Sagittarius. Hello there, Sagittarius, and welcome to your super new moon solar eclipse in Aries. This is highlighting your 5th house. This can be awesomely fun for you guys. The 5th house is pleasure, the things that bring us joy, our hobbies, our interests, the things that feed our heart and soul, romance, love affairs. All these wonderful things are, highlighted in your 5th house. Fun activities, time with friends, especially good for love and romance for sure. It's a very pleasurable place to have a solar eclipse. You can be meeting new people. If you are not looking to get pregnant, you might want to take some precautions, just saying, because sometimes we get surprise pregnancies, especially with a solar eclipse in the 5th house. So just be aware of that, especially since we do have Venus at play and all kinds of wonderful things. But this is typically focus on the things that bring you happiness and joy. Try something new, start a new hobby, meet new friends, whatever it happens to be. What makes your heart sing with love and with excitement. All right, so this is a little bit of a mixed bag, but anything can happen. All right, we've got the sun at the back of the deck here for you. Now, the sun, of course, brings happiness and joy and brings all kinds of things magical. The sun brings positivity and optimism, abundance, success, fun. Pretty much the happiest card in the entire deck. It's very vibrant energy. It casts a wonderful shadow on not shadow, actually. It casts a wonderful light. Thank you. It is the sun. Brings clarity to situations, but also gives you energy, right? It's very energized, kind of vibe. And the thing is, you've got the sun card. You're the only ones to get it. Okay. And it is a solar eclipse. So this can really highlight the energy of the sun is very much working in your favor. We have Ocean's voice chakra coming here, authenticity of individuality and self-expression. All right, dance to the beat of your own drum here, Saggy. Okay, people flock to you like moths to a flame. You are a very vibrant sign anyway. You do like your freedom. You don't necessarily like to be tied down or put in a box. Ugh. That's where Saggy gets very agitated, right? Saggy doesn't like to do that. Okay. Spread your wings and fly. Be true to yourself. Be, do the things that bring you fun, pleasure, joy, excitement. Do the things or engage in the things or the people that, really make you feel like your heart grew 3 sizes that day, But this is awesome energy. It says you are unique. You are wonderful. You are awesome. Don't let anyone dampen your light. Don't put yourself in a situation or break free from a situation where someone's trying to smother your flame, right? No. You are a futuristic energy. You are a big picture sign. You're very wise, quite lucky. So you could actually have a little bit of luck at this lunation as well. But I really do feel like you're setting yourself up for a brand new year filled with just exciting energy. Whether this is just excitement that wells up within you, whether you express yourself a little bit more fully, or whether you're attracting more and more blessings your way, right? We are in an astrological new year, and this is a fantastic way to start it off. So set your intentions, keep your sights on the future, break free of whatever energies or patterns or anything that's been controlling you. Nope, we're finding freedom here, Saggy. Okay, and it is exciting. We have the King of Swords, clarity, truth, conversations, making decisions. We've got the 9 of Wands. No, we are leaving that behind. And we've got the 9 of Pentacles here for you as well. Things have been tough, right? I mean, things have been up and down. I mean, you've probably in the last year, you've had a number of ups and downs. Things go really well. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, this is just like absolutely insane. Partially because we have had Jupiter in Gemini, right? So you've probably, you more than anyone, you may have had some really good conversations and some really good communication and things, but you could also have been feeling really rather overwhelmed with those things. I know for me, I'm a Sagittarius rising. And for me, with Jupiter in Gemini, oh my gosh, I would just really love people to lay off the emails, okay? My day job, my muggle job, right? The one that actually puts the roof over my head here. Jupiter expands everything it touches. And with Jupiter in Gemini, this can certainly expand communication or people wanting to pick your brain. People wanting something from you, or of course, something to do with technology, right? For example, emails. In my daily job, I'm up to something like 200 emails a day. I'm like, there's just not enough time in the day. So some of them I just ignore and I'll have to put on the back burner till later. But anyways, but it can also be a good thing, right? Some of that. But with the 9 of Wands here, okay, showing up here for you, but also being replaced with the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, whatever you've been working towards, you're about to be rewarded. Okay, there could be some really good conversation, King of Swords, that is going to happen here for you. It can be someone bringing you something where someone recognizes all of your hard work and your efforts that you've put in, because the 9 of Wands, you are wrapping something up. Okay, you're wrapping up a cycle. You're putting the finishing touches on a project, or whatever it happens to be in life is about to get a little bit better with that 9 of Pentacles. Because this is abundance, it's prosperity, it's success, and it's also about taming your anxieties and your fears as well. It's like, I got this in the bag, I've got this wrapped up, I'm good to go. Okay, there is also a healing energy coming in here. So with that 9 of Wands, it does tend to be one where we're feeling tired and drained. We're feeling like we've been through a little bit of a battle. We've got some battle wounds and battle scars. Okay. But the 9 of Pentacles, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay. And you, it hasn't all been for nothing. Okay. You certainly have learned a thing or two. Okay. But there's some healing energy here as well. So we're not going to hold on to hurts and battle scars and things. We're going to regain wisdom. All right. We're going to gain the wisdom. And then we're going to, go on in a much better energy. Okay. So if you've been feeling like a little bit of a whirlwind, things are going to settle down. But we do have the King of Swords. You could be gaining clarity and insight. You could be having an important conversation. You could be negotiating something here, or someone could be helping you negotiate something with the King of Swords. But this is a very decisive energy, though. The King of Swords has clarity and a sense of purpose. Okay, so this can be where you are making the right decisions for yourself. Okay, and for whether it's letting something go, whether it's bringing in something new, meeting new people, whatever it happens to be, high level communication is there with the King of Swords. All right, so don't doubt your ability to make the right choices for yourself. But I do feel some of you are about to meet someone new as well. And this could be certainly a new romantic interest, especially with your 5th house. This can be someone, maybe you exchange some ideas, or you've been through some similar experiences. This can be a new friend, a new business partner, whatever. Maybe it's just someone who you find intellectually stimulating here as well. It don't have to be anything other than someone to have a really interesting conversation with. But sometimes, even those conversations we have with some stranger somewhere, maybe waiting in the DMV or something, sometimes we get inspiration from all kinds of different places. And sometimes the universe will deliver us an oracle in the form of that person that we chat to for 20 minutes, waiting to be called up to renew our driver's license or something. And it's like, thought-provoking. So you never know. You could be having an interesting conversation with a stranger, and they're only meant to be in your life just to deliver some sort of message or to bring you something. Anyways, let's pull out a blessings card for you. And there it is. The blessing of patience. Your patience is paying off. A blessing comes disguised as a setback or delay. This card is confirmation that you are on the right path. With patience and perseverance, you will reach your goal. All is accomplished in the perfect time. That can certainly sum up that 9 of Wands. Okay. I'm going to leave that there for you, Saggy. I hope that you guys have an absolutely wonderful eclipse. I thank you for watching, and we're going to move on to Capricorn. Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome to your super new moon solar eclipse in Aries reading. This is highlighting your 4th astrological house, which is all about your home, your family, your environment, your sense of safety, stability, security, your family, your children, and your ancestors. Okay, so some of you here, you could be buying a new house. You could be moving to, a different neighborhood, or maybe you want to. So this is where you're going to set some intention, set some goals. Some of you have the opportunity that is opening up for you in the short term. This is where you can take a new approach at dealing with family members. Maybe you sometimes let a certain family member get under your skin, and this is where you can turn over a new page and say, nope, I'm going to approach this a little bit differently, because I can't get rid of this person out of my life, so I'm just going to learn to deal with them in a different way, right? Sometimes we can do that there. Some of you here, this is a great creative energy with the Aries energy here. Maybe you're feeling, some positive energetic vibes here, and you're going to declutter your house, or maybe you want to rearrange your furniture, paint your walls, something to make the atmosphere feel new and refreshed and re-energized. We are in spring, so maybe you're going to get some plants and flowers there as well, something to beautify your home. So we have oceans, tears, grief, loss, and heartbreak. Okay, some of you are certainly maybe dealing with, again, some family. There is still some healing energy here as well, because of course we still are feeling the effects of the lunar eclipse that we had in Virgo, and this brings in some healing elements here as well. So there could be some clearing of the air that's going on. And we have oceans assay, and this is worthiness, self-worth, and self-respect. So some of you here, you're clearing out old patterns, wounds, belief systems. Was there someone in your family at one point that made you feel like second best? And this is, really showing you that you have the ability here to recognize some things that maybe have been deeply ingrained in you, and you're turning things around. No longer going to allow things to keep you in shadow. We're going to embrace your individuality. We're going to be a little bit more confident, and you're going to really know your worth. So recognizing you are worthy of love, you're worthy of abundance, you are worthy of, forgiveness, healing, whatever it happens to be. Okay, knowing your worth is super powerful. So there is this turning point here. There is, maybe there's going to be something here, because eclipses are powerful energy, and maybe there is something that's going to come out in the open, and this is an opportunity to hash something out and to discuss something and to open up the doors for healing. So this can be a good opportunity. But I do feel here that, maybe some of you, because we have had the lunar eclipse, full moon energy, we've got new beginnings here with the solar eclipse. For some of you here, you are maybe moving where you live, moving to a new place because you've had to, okay? Or you will have to in the next couple of weeks or so, or maybe next month or two, because maybe you've been in a relationship and it's just not working out, right? So, you have to pack up and move, where you live and all that kind of stuff, right? And it can be a result of stepping into your power and knowing what you're worth and saying, this isn't doing it for me. I'm worth more than this. And this can be something within your home. It can be a relationship, but it can also be a job, right? Just because our fourth house is highlighted here, okay, it can be something where your job and the money that you make is affecting your home life in some way. And this can be where you're not making enough money and you're struggling at home. This can be where you work too far from your home and maybe you want to work a little bit closer to home. This can be where, you're like, my bills are becoming overwhelming, right? I need to find that better job. So it can be things externally outside your home, your family, your relationships that affect the internal workings of that. The Ace of Pentacles is at the back of the deck here, though. So Ace of Pentacles is a good one. You're the only one to get the Ace of Pentacles so far. Aces are, of course, new beginnings. They can be lucky. They can be the seed, the intention of something new, or it can be something new coming in. And the Ace of Pentacles, of course, it can be something that you spend money on, or it can be something you're receiving. Ace of Pentacles is money, gifts, rewards, purchases. It can be a windfall. It can be a real lucky break. It can be a new job. It can be a promotion, a raise, a bonus, all these things. You could be saving money, right? All of these beneficial things surrounding finances. So whatever your situation is, you could have something new coming in here, which is really positive. It's going to give you growth and stability for the future, but this can also be showing you where it's best to set your intentions. What new things in your material world do you want to attract? Know your worth. This could also be a newfound sense of worth as well, right? Got the King of Wands. Four of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Okay, some of you have a surprise that's coming in here for you over the next few weeks. Okay, the King of Wands, Four of Cups, Six of Wands, something you've been waiting for, but something that you deserve. Okay, Four of Cups right now, maybe you're starting to lose a little bit of faith. Okay, there's something coming in that you are starting to think that maybe it's not going to happen. All right. The King of Wands is a leadership energy. Now, not only is this taking the lead, taking charge, taking action, okay, this is also being a leader, being decisive, being action-oriented, feeling inspiration and motivation. So some of you here, especially with the Six of Wands, which is success and victory, it's a victory march. It's also being in the spotlight. So I feel here that some of you here, you are really going to know what you're worth. You're going to be embracing this energy to go for what you want, and you're not going to shy away from being in the spotlight. So if you're career oriented, there could be an opportunity here to really boost your career prospects. Okay, and this can certainly bring you more stability and security in your money and also your home. If you've been waiting for some news, okay, the Four of Cups, we're waiting for something, waiting. Okay, and the Six of Wands shows that you'll get some good news, okay, or you'll get some sort of information where you pick up your boots and move forward. All right, but it's like doing it of your own volition and moving in a better direction. Okay. Six of Wands is always one of success, rewards, accolades, and one of moving forward, onward and upward. So you could be leaving a job or leaving a relationship or leaving something behind, but you're on the path to something better, right? Something that you're more deserving of, because your reputation ultimately precedes you with this, okay? But yes, some of you could be getting improving your situation, your financial situation, your career situation, okay, or something's going to shift here where you are feeling better about yourself. All right, right now, Four of Cups, you're feeling blah, okay, blah, just kind of, I don't know, there's something missing, I can't put my finger on it, my heart's not in it, okay, but we've got something where you can turn something around. But I will say with that Six of Wands, okay, you could be believing in yourself, being confident that the only way forward or the only way to improve your situation is to leave something behind, okay? Something that's not floating your boat. Four of Cups, right? So sometimes we need to re-engage with a situation and resolve it, okay? But sometimes our solution is to move forward, okay? And to leave something behind. It's got a little bit of a mixed bag for you guys, okay? But I feel like whatever your situation is, you know which one speaks to you. All right. Let's get a blessings card for you. And there it is. Blessing from the Divine Mother. Interesting, because your fourth house is Cancerian energy. And it is associated with mother energy, right? Or nurturing parent energy. A previously closed door now opens. This is a blessed and fortunate time for you, but be mindful, humble, and grounded. Feel your connection with the earth, feel her energy and love in your heart, and know that you are eternally blessed by the Divine Mother. Wonderful. I'll leave that there for you, Capricorn. I thank you for watching. Good luck in this solar eclipse. And we'll move on now to Aquarius. Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome to your super new moon solar eclipse in Aries reading. This is highlighting your third astrological house. Now, the third house is ruled by Mercury. Okay, so just be extra vigilant there, considering Mercury is still retrograde. Okay, so take extra care making decisions, take extra care with communication, okay? Rehearse something before you blurt it out, count to 3 before you respond, all that kind of stuff, okay? If you can avoid it, Mercury retrograde isn't the best time to sign contracts and things like that. So if you can hold things off, for another few weeks, then you might be better off doing that. But hey, sometimes life goes on. We can't always live every minute of every day by the planets. So if you do need to sign something or start something new, make sure that you do take that step back and that you double, triple, and quadruple check absolutely everything before you move forward. Okay. It'll be your best course of action. Okay. But your third house does have to do with communication, technology. It has to do with your neighborhood. So maybe some gossip around your neighborhood or something. You could be getting some new neighbors, or maybe you're moving to a new neighborhood. It also has to do with vehicles. Okay. Third house is cars, your short trips, right? You're driving. So just be a little bit extra, pay a little bit more attention to driving on the day of the eclipse, okay? Because eclipses, by their nature, something gets covered up, right? And so we don't want you to have get blindsided, okay? Something could come up in your blind spot or something like that. So make sure that you are checking all of your mirrors and everything, and just drive with a little bit more care and attention than maybe you would normally do. The last time we had a eclipse, a solar eclipse, it was last spring. I haven't bumped into anything with my car in 35 years. And yet there I go. There was something in my blind spot. I really didn't see it. The sun was actually like right in my mirror, in my eye. And sure enough, I just, backed my back bumper into something. So anyway, so don't be like me. Just make sure that you are situational awareness is a really good thing. All right. But the third house, technology, you could be, maybe some of you are getting a new phone or a new computer or something, or maybe you're looking at your technology in a new way, right? But very communicative in the third house, very much associated with Mercury, Gemini energy. So remember, there's a good side and a bad side to absolutely everything. And yeah, but some of you could be getting some really good news. You could be getting an offer, an opportunity. You could be meeting someone new. You just never know, right? Especially with your neighborhoods, right? There could be some juicy gossip around your neighborhood. And again, maybe like a new neighbor or something that could be really interesting for you. But if you're moving to a new neighborhood, you might have that opportunity opening up for you as well. Love this. You are the fourth sign to get this card, I think it is. And we've got card number 11, Ocean, manifesting birth. Manifestation, intention, and abundance. Wonderful. This is either something coming to fruition for you, okay? Whether you're giving birth to an idea or maybe a human, you never know. It could be some announcement that is made somewhere along the way. This can be some creative energy flowing towards you. This is, making sure this is an energy encouraging you to set your intentions, okay, for whatever it happens to be. Your power to communicate and get your intentions very much out there in the universe. Crystal clear clarity, right? Know what you want, set those intentions, and then let it go. All right. But yes, you could certainly be getting some good news. You could be manifesting something in from previous intentions, just to be open, go with the flow, be receptive. But this is an awesome new moon to really set those intentions for the things you want to attract into your world, whatever those happen to be. Ace of Wands, manifestation, awesome. Two of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. Double aces here, Aquarius. Okay, you are the only ones to have this. Aces are lucky. Aces are new beginnings, the seed of something new. They can represent something wonderful coming in for you. Okay, and something very exciting. It's so interesting that we have the Two of Wands right in between the two aces, right? Because the Two of Wands often does represent you need to make a decision. Do I choose option A or option B? Do I go left? Do I go right? You could be at a crossroads. Okay, but the path forward is clear with this, right? So you could be opening the doors to multiple opportunities here. Okay, you could also be trying to make a decision. What do I truly want? Right? But two aces, a double dose of luck there, multiple opportunities for a new beginning. Ace of Wands can be new sources of inspiration. It can just be, that reminder of the power within to manifest your goals and dreams. The Ace of Swords, the aces are big yes cards. The Ace of Swords is a really big yes, say yes. Okay, this can be your powers of your mind, your ability to communicate. It can be some good news. It can be a big idea and you're like, what do I do with this idea? How do I move forward? Because the two of Wands, we're like, okay, I got an idea. I know what I want. Where do I go from here? What path do I take? What do I do first? What do I do second? And so you're making some decisions with that. Okay. But a little bit of magic in the air for you here, Aquarius. Okay. And you actually have 4 ones out here. We've got aces. The aces are ones. And we also have number 11 with your manifesting energy here. So we've got 1111 out here. Okay. What are your wishes and your goals and your dreams? Wish big, dream big. You could have a breakthrough. You could be getting clarity. You can be having new conversations. You could be brimming with new ideas. All right. And it's up to you to put those into motion. Beautiful energy. Okay. Very lucky energy there for you. So hopefully that comes to fruition. But yeah, pay attention to your thoughts and your ideas though. Okay. Because that Ace of Swords, yes, we can get clarity. We can use the sword to cut away negative things, negative thoughts, to break away from things that have been keeping us stuck or keeping us repeating the same pattern. Okay. But it's, but that sword brings clarity. Okay. Anyways, we've got a blessing card out here for you. And your blessing, the blessing of just being. You may have been thinking that if you had acted or chosen differently in the past, things would be better now. But in thinking this way, you fail to see the positive effects of your past actions and choices have had on both yourself and others. Look closely and you will see the many blessings. Remember, whatever path, whatever option, whatever opportunity you choose is right for you. There are no wrong choices. All right. But yeah, I think some of you got some exciting things on the horizon. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I thank you so much for watching. Good luck in this solar eclipse. And we're going to move on now to Pisces. Hello there, Pisces, and welcome to your super new moon solar eclipse in Aries reading. This is happening for you in your second house of money and income. Your second house is ruled by Venus. It's Taurus energy, ruled by Venus. So, and remember, Venus is very much at play in this eclipse. So she's retrograde, but she's moving into Pisces right before the eclipse. So great energy for creation. Great energy for making something blossom and grow, creating the life that you want, finding the resources that you need. If you're looking for a new job or new sources of income, it's a great supportive energy of that. Okay, so there can be a little bit of magic in the air for you. You could find a new job. You could find those investment opportunities that bring you growth and abundance and wealth. Okay, but we're also looking in their second house with our relationship to money as well, your sense of self-worth and value. Also things you possess. So some of you could be buying something new at this time. Okay, you could also be simplifying your life and maybe selling some things and decluttering your home, making a little bit of extra cash while also making some more room. But whatever it has to be, whatever it is, all about your money, how you deal with it, how you invest it, how you make it, how you spend it. Okay. So, and of course, new energy, you could have some new money coming in, but you could also be taking a new approach at your money. We have Ocean the Magi coming in here for you. Alchemy, transformation, and change. So there can be some really positive changes going on with your money, your finances, your income, or of course, how you approach those things, right? The magician energy, the alchemy energy is your ability to create something. Take a dollar and make $100, that kind of thing, right? But transformation and change, there can be some really wonderful things coming up and some doors opening up for you. So set those intentions and prepare to receive. Some of you have got something coming in right now All right. And some of you, there's something really blossoming for you over the next 2 weeks to 6 months. Okay. Remember these solar eclipses, the new moons, they take 6 months approximately to come to fruition. Sometimes we feel the effects of eclipse for a couple of years. All right. But this one feels a little bit faster energy. All right. But believe in your inner magician. All right. Ooh, we've got the sun coming out here for you. Love that. The sun is wonderful. We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Wow. Okay. Prepare for some really good news. Some of you have an offer coming in. Okay. And it's something really good, something that you really want, something that maybe gives you the ability to travel or is going to require you to move, whether you just move places of work or whether you move cities or whatever it happens to be. But the Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Wands can be some really good news coming in, especially with your money and your job. Okay. So that's really exciting right there. Okay. Remember, we do have the retrogrades that are moving into your sign. Okay. And Neptune is moving out of your sign. All right. For at least the next little while. So you could be feeling, like there are some doors opening up for you, or you could be feeling a little bit more creative, a little bit more positive. Your dreams are, pay attention to your dreams. I don't know. I think they're going to be a little bit weird. Of course we do have some doors opening on your spiritual path. Okay. But with Neptune leaving your sign, all right, this can be a time of change and transformation, right? Neptune's been in your sign for quite a while. So you could be seeing things a little bit more clearly. You could be a little bit more decisive, okay? Because Neptune, of course, can cast some confusion. Neptune can be a little bit dreamy, fantasy kind of energy, which is fine. But too much of a good thing, okay, can impede our judgment or impede our path forward. So things are like coming to fruition. They're getting a little bit clearer for you. And yeah, I think you're just going to feel like, you're just going to feel a little bit different in your energy. Okay. It might be right away. It might be over the course of the next 6 months or so. Whatever your situation is, believe in your personal power. Okay. The sun is here, and the sun is your ruling energy here over your cards. The sun brings positivity, optimism, energy, right? Without energy, you can't do anything. Okay. It brings success and abundance and growth, clarity as well. Okay. And with Neptune going out of your sign, maybe you are going to be a little bit more clear and more decisive on things. Okay. Or you're going to see things a little bit clearer. In that you're going to see how you can turn your fantasies and dreams and wishes into reality, right? You're going to really get into that energy a little bit more. But the sun brings so much positivity. It's not even funny, right? The sun is solar eclipse, right? So the solar eclipse is very much highlighted for you. And don't forget, again, we've got Venus retrograding into your sign, Mercury retrograding into your sign. So you could have a second chance. There could be extra doors opening for you. Okay. There could be some love in the air. Okay. Or there could be opportunities for growth and prosperity for you. The Page of Wands can bring you some really good news. The Knight of Pentacles shows you that your patience is paying off or will pay off. Okay. Pay attention to details. The Knight of Pentacles always pays attention to details. Sometimes we get a little bit overly excited. Page of Wands, okay. Page of Wands, a great energy, showing that something, you could be getting some really good news, okay. But the pages do tend to be a little bit naive and they get a little bit excited. So you might be excited about something, but make sure you pay attention to the details. That's the retrograde energy, okay. And we want to make sure whatever decisions you make or whatever opportunities come in are the right ones for you. But the Knight of Pentacles, knights are always on a quest. Okay, so you could be about to embark on a new quest, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, okay, or your all of the actions that you've taken so far, you're going to see some results, okay? But the sun is bringing you success, abundance, positive vibes, all kinds of wonderful stuff here for you, all right? Let's get you a blessings card. The Knight of Pentacles especially can be, thank you. Can be a new business opportunity, a new job, investments, something coming to fruition, of course. And yeah, that Page of Wands can it might be a person that brings you something. Okay, it might not be something you just discover on your own. Page of Wands can be a person that is very excited and brings you something very interesting. Anyways, there is your blessing card, and we have a blessed heart. If you feel something is missing, look within and you'll find it. What is your heart saying? Your heart is the gateway to your soul, and your soul is the eternal you. Know that you are free, protected, and blessed. And with Venus retrograding into your sign, it is a reminder to connect with your heart, okay? And check in with your heart. Does this feel good? Is this something I want? What's make me happy, right? Or where does my heart lie, right? Where does my heart see me going? Okay, and it gives you a little bit more of a sense of direction, or a little bit more of a feeling of what is right. I'll leave that there for you guys. Good luck on this solar eclipse. I thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.